Oh look, it's Garfield Kart. Furious Racing, and I decided to play it today in this video on the website youtube.com. If you don't know, this game is the most perfect kart racer that has ever graced the planet Earth. There are no mistakes or flaws present. No, these are not glitches. You do not know what artistic creativity represents. It's a pretty bad and broken game. I mean, in one of the tracks, they literally forgot to put textures on the wall. You can phase through them! The playtesters were a pack of moles. So, of course, this naturally means that I'll try to beat all 16 developer times in the game, because I clearly love and respect myself enough to do this. But there is a reason. You see, before I started working on this video, I had some experience on the game. I invested 15 hours into it. Well, if the numbers 0.6 were silent. Otherwise, I had 150.6 hours in the game. Yes, this is a real number. Yes, these weren't idled. And yes, I regretted every single second of it. I loved every single moment of it. And just wanted to see how long it would take for me to beat every single developer time. I mean, I am top 500 in the world. I have to protect my pride and keep my ego nice and inflated. Even though I can do this however I want, I decided to implement some rules for this challenge. I am allowed to use the fastest loadout in the game. Yes, there are loadouts. I told you, this game is perfect. Because some of these times can get pretty brutal. I am allowed to use developer-intended shortcuts, or shortcuts that don't utilize going out of bounds. So skips that break this rule are, like I said, out-of-bounds skips, or skips that make you drive on a wall, and brush skips. What are those? Well, it's a type of skip that, after watching it, makes you go, bruh. And that's it, really. With this knowledge, we can move on to... Hey, wait a second. What? You haven't said what the loadout actually is. You can talk now? Always had. Now talk about that damn loadout. Calm down, dude. I was about to do it after I transitioned to the first level. Do it, unless you want your insides to turn into your outsides. The character that we're gonna use is Odie, which is perfect. He's the guy that I main. He's my main dog, because he isn't a cat, with Woofmobile as our cart, Joe Montana as our choice of hat, and finally, the Cyclobone Spoiler as our choice of spoiler. This is the fastest combination in the game. It has the best acceleration out of any cart and good speed, and trust me, acceleration is important because you'll be drifting every 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm not kidding, just look at this. You'll drift so much that you'll become adrift. Anyway, it has good acceleration and speed, but pretty bad turning. This is why I don't recommend this combo to new players, if you're insane enough to play this, because this is like driving the Le Mans with a tank. It is possible, but your hands will be intertwined by the end of the race. Now, with all of that out of the way, we can start this challenge on the first track of the game, the one, the only... CATZ in the Hood. One of the most iconic tracks in the game. It has a road along with trees. I mean, it's a very basic track, very wide and open, with 2 boost pads at the beginning, and one official shortcut here that goes through the mud, that we actually have to use to get the developer time. Well, there are technically 2 official shortcuts, but the second one is blocked off and only accessible via a spring item. And I don't know if you know this, but there are no item boxes in time trial mode. And that's it, really. It's nothing too special. Use the 2 boost pads and boost through the mud. Otherwise, it slows you down, because that's how mud works. Oh yeah, to get any confusion out of the way, the orange spark you're currently seeing on the screen represents a slower boost, while a blue spark represents a faster boost. We want to be boosting with the blue spark as much as possible, while only ever using the orange spark to course correct. Now, you'd think that because of how simple this track is, and how there's pretty much zero complex movement, that the developer time would have been easy to beat. No. Let me tell you this. Most developer times have a difference of 10 to 15 seconds at most compared to the goal time. But for CATZ in the Hood, well, I had already shown you the developer time. So what do you think the goal time is? 1 minute and 30 seconds. A 24-second difference. Oh, great heavens. Like, I just started with the video. Come on, bro. That lap that was plus 334 milliseconds behind the developer time? Yeah, I got that when I was lucky. Plus 1.6 seconds? Where in John's name did I lose almost 2 seconds of time? And not only was I dumbfounded by the sheer time loss I experienced, like, sure, yeah, bro, I'm totally going so slow here. Whoever set this time must have been the child of Senna. I also had to get used to how bad this loadout turns. The M1 Abrams is currently deployed. Everyone watch your children. So after a lot of grinding, I decided to dig deeper and see what the issue really is. Cause no, really, I refuse to believe I was going so slow on this track. By a lot of grinding, I mean like free runs, and by digging deeper, I mean I watched the run on speedrun.com that was the closest to the developer time. I give up very easily, okay? And what I was doing wrong is the way I started my drifts where the starting line is. The rest of the run was pretty much fine. You see, what I was doing is after getting past the mud shortcut, I would immediately start drifting. But what I should have done is after getting past the shortcut, to just wait a little bit and then start drifting. I guess that's where I lost over 2 seconds of time. Thanks, Obama. Oh, and of course, clean up my driving a little bit and take faster paths, like drifting alongside the hedges at the start here, which actually makes sense. Dogs love pissing on hedges, and that's it. It was still pretty brutal though. Like, I'm just gonna show you the last lap of the winning attempt. Look at my driving. I made practically 0 mistakes, and at the end, I was just over 100 milliseconds ahead of the developer time. Fun fact, out of all 16 developer times, this one was the slowest. Yeah, pretty fun. Also, cats in the hood. What do you mean hood? At this point, I think they're actually talking about the hood for my hoodie. Oh no, it's him! I hate Optiody so much. It turns trolls so ass. Trolls like complete and utter doo-doo. Okay. Bruh. Bruh. Dude. Don't do this to me. Finally, for me to see a green letter. Oops. How do you miss the boost pad? Okay. Air horn noise sound effect. Okay. Sure. Oh my god. Alright, I know what I have to do. Alright. I did it. I actually did. Holy shit, let's go. Oh my god. The next track is Crazy Dunes, which is anything but crazy. It's a figure-8 circuit set in a desert and that's it. I mean, there is a ledge you jump off, which is cool. Thank you, that has been my presentation. Any questions? I know I just experienced the video game version of being waterboarded on the previous track, but I do have to remind you that we're still playing tracks from the first cup in the game, and are pretty basic in design, and, well, the rest are going to be so easy that I'll get them on my first try. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, bro, we get it. I beat the developer time on my first try, by almost 3 seconds. Yeah, I told you this is the easiest track in the game. I think it's because in multiplayer lobby, so many people pick this one, so I've just learned to play it on autopilot. I cannot believe I am flexing in a game no one takes seriously. But yeah, there aren't any special tricks to just drive forward. And if you're using optimal OD, which, oh look, I am, going to this boost pad at the end is actually faster than avoiding it. I know, a boost pad making you go faster? Crazy. Dudes, I even managed to drive on sand by accident and still managed to beat it by again almost 3 seconds. Don't worry, you'll suffer. Huh? PALEROCK Lake actually gives me a good reason to talk about why you shouldn't use OPTOD. See, what I didn't talk about, because I forgot, is like with every kart racer, this game has a starting boost mechanic. Just like with drifting, you have an orange and a blue boost. And to get the faster blue boost, you need to start holding the acceleration button around the time before the number 1 on the screen shows up. If you do that here, you'll drive like a drunk. Yeah, OPTOD just wasn't made for the game. The acceleration you get is just way too fast and goes on for way too long. And unless you had good control of the kart, like I do, cause let's be real here, 150 hours has to count for something, you're gonna be ricocheting off walls like your car came with built-in magnets. This track again isn't anything special, but at the halfway point you do have branching paths. Well, branching bridges, and to actually be fast in a game mode where you have to be fast, we're gonna take the right one because it's faster. Damn, I really need to learn how to write these scripts. If you manage to keep your boost by continuously drifting and gaining speed and go over the first ramp, you'll... which is actually fast. Although, this is the reason why this took me more than one attempt. No, it's not because of the actual ramp itself, although there were moments like this, or... Mash, you good, bro. Did you black out? Why'd you stop turning the cart? But it's the jump after the ramps. Again, OPTOD is just not built for this game, and more times than one did I make this jump and proceeded to be sent to Mars, because the developers clearly failed their physics class. That's it, really. I had some issues with landing the vehicle properly, and only on my final attempt did I land it correctly. Besides that, it was a really easy track, and I beat the developer time by an astonishing 3.5 seconds. Wow, bravo me. I will celebrate this victory by taking a sip of champagne that's stored in my fridge. Huh, my glass of champagne looks a little bit orange today. Hello.
Please would you pick up the telephone?
Something to... Okay, dog. Why did I reset? Okay, it usually flips you out, and you go into, like, Mars. Yourself. Okay, that was a lot faster than I thought. Is it just me, or have I been envisioning Garfield? Like, you do see him, right? I don't know, dude. My dad just asked me why I was talking to myself. Anyway, Sea Slicker. Yeah, Sea Slicker. This is actually one of my favorite tracks in the game, so even if the developer time takes a while to beat, I won't feel the urge to get into a real car and drive directly into traffic. Also, this is another good example as to why you shouldn't play OPTOD. Doing the first shortcut is completely impossible with the starting boost. You need to do an extra short boost to be able to make it. Oh yeah, I kinda forgot that this game has shortcuts. I'm not sure if they intended for you to go through it with only a lasagna, which acts as a boost item, but you can make it without any issues by just drifting. What's great is that after the shortcut, there's a boost pad, meaning that we'll be even faster. Ooh. Well, if you don't overshoot it, because, I kind of forgot how fast OPTOD is. Besides that, there is another skip that we can do though, and it's at the halfway point of the track. If you get a blue boost and drive along the wall, and if you start drifting as soon as you land, go over the boost pad and boost with an orange boost, you'll have enough speed to make it across the road and land at the other end, because for some reason, the part of the road here is destroyed. Someone must have been very hungry, and yeah, that's it. Again, the tracks in Lasagna Cup, the first cup in the game, aren't that technically complex, and they're extremely simple, along with the developer times, really. I got this in under 3 minutes. I really have no clue what Cats in the Hood's problem was. Was it a government psyop that wanted to make me stop this challenge? Well, if that is the case, then you're talking to the same guy who thought it was a good idea to spend 3 months working on a video where I get every achievement in all Tom and Jerry games. So if you think I'm giving up, then checkmate, Epstein. Also, like, this is the exact same stage where the designers clearly forgot to put textures on this wall here. You can see the out of bounds area. But with City Slicker's developer time beaten, this means we got every developer time in the Lasagna Cup, which is very awesome because lasagna is Lasagna is amazing. Lasagna is delicious. Lasagna is good. Lasagna is the way. Lasagna is the way. Lasagna is a type of pasta made in very wide flat sheets. In Italian cuisine, it is made of stacked layers of pasta alternating with fillings such as Country Bumpkin, the first track of Pizza Cup. But how? There's no pizza on the farm. Terrible jokes aside, if you have wary eyes or you just have the touch of the tism, you might have noticed that my time to beat is a little bit faster than the actual developer time. This means that I lied, and I don't have to beat every single developer time, which means that we move on to... I'm joking. Yeah, when I was playing the time trials like a year ago to get every gold time, I accidentally beat the developer time in Country Bumpkin, but I set myself the rule that I have to beat the personal record if I want to advance, and I got it to my first try. Look, I'm sorry. It's not my fault that the game's so easy and that I'm the best Garfield Kart player to ever grace the planet Earth. I was quite surprised because I am not fond of this track. When you're with other drivers, you can hit one of them and you can easily kiss a wall. Tastes like wood. But yeah, the track is, again, really boring to talk about. I mean, you're in a farm with no animals, like really, Garfield. You are ruining my immersion. I mean, where are the pigs? The skips are also very generic. As for the intended shortcut in this track, you literally just need to drift to hop over it, and there's a similar one here at the end. I mean, what do you want me to talk about on a track whose developer time I mean by 7 entire seconds? Hey jackass, what now, bro? Here are the pigs. What? Oh no! Oh. The next track that we'll be attempting is Spooky Manor, which, sorry guys, I was spooked by this manor. Also, Manor, what? You sure? This isn't a spooky manor, but a spooky neighborhood. My ass is not in the countryside. By the way, I can't help but notice how the windows overlap with the roof, meaning that you can't look out of the top panes. Did the architect have arthritis? Anyway, I really like this track. It's my favorite in the Pizza Cup, and there's even a paw imprint in the cave section. Very silly. If you think that this track is hard, yeah, but not really. Again, just like with Lasagna Cup, the tracks in this cup are for the most part doable. Yeah, most. We'll get there soon, don't you worry. Spooky Manor is, again, simple in design with, again, one real shortcut. Not even a shortcut, just going fast. In this section where you're about to exit the cave, you have 2 boost pads to the right, and if you drift to the left while going over them, you'll be able to make it to the 3rd boost pad. And if you go over that one and manage to keep your boost, and go over the final boost pad, you'll be able to clear this section really fast. And that's why this track took a long time. You're too fast for this game. Well, okay, not really this time. You might think to yourself, well, what's the issue? You'll just hit the wall. The wall has no collision! If you manage to go as fast as an American on Black Friday and propel yourself to the wall, you'll just phase through it. Yeah, they put an invisible wall there. Why didn't this game get GOTY? The way I managed to navigate the skill issue is by adding another short boost to stop boosting altogether, so I don't get flung out of orbit, or by going a little bit to the side so I guarantee to hit the fences instead of cosplaying David Copperfield. And even that sometimes didn't work because why would it? Combining with me being me, and this developer time took a longer time to beat. But yeah, besides this, I just cut some corners, like at the start here, which I think is faster. I don't know, I don't want to fact check, I want to keep gaslighting myself. Or here, at the end of the track. If you're asking yourself why I'm avoiding hitting the boost pads here at the start, unlike the boost pad at the end of Crazy Dunes, the answer is simple. Opti-OD was not made for this game. With all of that aside, I managed to beat the developer time in 20 minutes. I don't even understand why you're doing this video. Oh, what do you want now, bro? Your ass is annoying as f***. Why are you even here? You said that these developer times are gonna be hard, but you're having such an easy time. Like I said, dude. I'll get to them very soon. Can't you just be a little bit patient? No, I want hard tracks now. I want hard tracks now. I want hard tracks now. Shut your bitch ass mouth. You'll pay for this. So this is not gonna be that bad, hopefully. Okay. Oh my god, f this car, dude. There you go. Brother. Oh my god, he hit the rock. Oh, why is there no... The arbiter. My heart. I loved her. Oh wait, I kind of forgot to... I'm gonna kill someone. I swear, this can only happen in Garfield Kart. Again, what? This shouldn't be taking this long, this shouldn't be taking this long, this shouldn't be taking this long, dude. Yo. Molly Market is a lot of things. It's the shortest track in the game, it's also the simplest track in the game, and the developer type should have been easy too. So why did this take me over 15 minutes? Honestly, because I was very stubborn. You see, this track, like many others, features one official shortcut. This one here, where you go over the pavement instead of following the road. I guess this one too, where you can use a spring to jump over the plants. And that's it. I could have beaten the developer time with just a skip, and it would have taken like less than 5 minutes. So what's the issue then? Well, I wanted to do a skip that goes against my own rules. At the start of the track, if you drive on this off-road section here and hit the wall right around here, you'll for some reason respawn ahead in the track. Is this faster? Yes. Does it save a lot of time? No, it's a little bit faster than doing it the intended way. And I decided it was a good idea to attempt this on all 3 laps. I was way too committed to stop, and it's probably one of the easiest all-bound skips that I didn't know. So I kinda wanted to learn it because I'm good at the game and... You're not. Horrible excuses aside, yeah, no, doing it for 3 laps in a row was a disaster. When I said that you have to hit the wall right around here, I meant that literally. It has to be somewhere in the middle. If you go too far to the right, you'll see the game say wrong way. Oh really, what makes you think that? And if you go way too far to the left, the game will teleport you, yes. But in the process, it shits itself and respawns you back at the wall. I had a lot of issues with finding the correct cart placement so I can successfully do the skip. Especially on the start. My cart was apparently allergic to asphalt. You have to drive in a way where you hit the wall, but that doesn't bounce you off, so you can successfully drift into the wall. And it's one of the rare tracks where I started with the orange boost, so I do the skip properly. Even after the first lap, I somehow still had issues, as I managed to play the game like a f***ing lobster despite clocking in more hours than I should have. Or the game can just decide to push you to the left, causing you to fail the skip. How does this even happen? Who even did this? Wasn't you, Alexandre Pigeon? It was me! Oh god damn it! Combine it with me being an absolute dumbass, looks like this is a repeating thing on the channel, and it took me a long time to beat the developer time. Great. Or, accidentally start with the blue boost, no? The world of the car turned. How did it... Okay, I will never understand this game. Cool. Yep. Okay, good thing I failed. Please, this isn't that hard. Will this finally be the run? Why, yes, indeed. Thank you. This should have not taken 12 minutes. Remember when I said that I'll get to the hard track soon? Well, I got to it. Valley of the Kings is a track I just genuinely don't like. I despise it a lot, actually, and I was dreading to beat the developer time. And oh boy, did I dread, okay? The actual track itself is fine. It's just the skips that you have to do that make me want to rupture my own lungs. Like here, at the beginning of the track. If you drift at just the right angle, you can skip the first chunk of the track. The issue is, if you go a little bit faster, you lose time! Of course, yeah, no shit. If you fuck up a skip, you lose time. But you do not know how precise this skip is. You can easily go off-road or get sent into the sky that, if you didn't know, loses you time. And of course, right next is a death barrier that you can trigger if you aren't careful. It just wasn't a fun time trying to do this, especially because I have to do this 3 times. On top of that, compared to the rest, the developer time was actually really difficult. And yes, there are attempts where I did the skip correctly. I got so tilted that I gave up on the skip entirely and started looking for anything else I could do. As by the way, I was losing time if I played the track normally. You see, in my runs I was just going forward up until the hill of death. But this new, cool, chic, swag, awesome skip is this. In this area of the track, go on the top area here, because there's a boost pad that we need to use. After going over the boost pad, simply try to keep your boost until you reach and use the ramp, and from there, you should fly over the ledge. But as you can see, I didn't. This is what actually has to happen. And yeah, after multiple attempts of this, I simply wasn't getting the desired result. And honestly, the motivation was low. Not only was I screwing up a skip this simple, the rest of the track gave me trouble because the physics are like my will to live, non-existent. I was playing this track for 30 minutes straight, with no success whatsoever. So unfortunately, I had to take a break. Sup, bitch? Ah, you're back. Funny. Anyway, what do you need now? Can't you see I'm busy suffering? I just wanted to laugh at you because you suck. How endearing. Wait, didn't you say you wanted to see a hard track? Give that to me! Wait, what the... Why in the ever-loving did you grab my controller? You're so bad at the game, dude. Can't you see? You can't even perform a simple skip properly. So I had to take over and show you how a real gamer does it. Oh my god, can you just... Actually, no, never mind. I'd like to see this. Garfield, you suck. After an extra 20 minutes of suffering, I finally beat the developer time. I can't tell you how happy I was. Playing this track felt like I was stuck in purgatory. I am so thankful because my ass is not playing Valley of the Kings ever again. Valley of the Kings. What valleys? Where are they? All I see is just sand! Oh, never mind. There they are. That's this. Whee! Oh, okay. Oh, I swear only in this game that can happen. Why are you so cringe, dude? Sure. What? I'm okay. I'm gonna kill you. Lyrics going out here. This game surprises me in the most unique ways possible. No, it's getting to me now. Never mind, I want to kill everyone and everything. No way. No way. That's how I end the run? Only in Garfield Kart. Finally, 40 minutes and 50 seconds. With the final developer time of Pizza Cup beaten, now we can move on onto the second to last cup in the game, Hamburger Cup, with the first track being played Misty for me. Isn't she literally 12? This track should be hard. Emphasis on should. This cup is where the difficulty ramps up, and Misty's a hard track. Not only is this the most open level so far, which causes most players to just fall in the water, but check this. see this area here. At first, it's nothing too special. Literally just go over the ramps. But you see, in Grand Prix mode, let's say, if someone throws a magical hidden banana peel in front of you at the beginning of this tunnel and you slip and fall, or you just miss the ramps because they can be easy to miss sometimes, you don't get respawned in the tunnel, but at the beginning of the ramp. Love the checkpoint system in this game. Chef's kiss. But you see, despite the difficulty, for some reason in multiplayer, everyone picks this track, so I have tons of experience on it. Oh, and I could have played the track normally and beat the developer time that way, but I wanted to flex my 150 hours that I have poured into the game because I'm special. You see, Misty's only official shortcut is accessible via an item, and that's practically useless. But if you do a precise set of inputs, you can pull this skip off. What you just saw was me skipping half of the track. Besides all of bounce skips, this is the hardest trick you can do in the game, and to pull it off, like I said, you need to do a precise set of drifts to be able to align yourself correctly to pull the skip off. And that's it really. I think you can figure it out. The developer time was quite easy for me, considering like a couple of seconds ago I said that I played it constantly in multiplayer lobbies. Were you even listening? I mean, you are gonna watch my video without ever paying attention to the words I say? You absolute disgrace to the human race. You are just a piece of trash in this world we call Earth. Where was I going with this? Anyway, yeah, it was easy. I got it to my second try. I didn't get it immediately because even though I did the skip countless of times, I managed to be a bad video gamer who video games badly. Sneak a peek. I don't like this track. Valley of the Kings beats it as my most hated track in the game, but still. Oh my god, I am not fond of it. First off, let's talk about the start. Dear Christ, the start. It's not the game's fault, but more so mine, as I absolutely refuse to start with an orange boost, making really silly mistakes. Yes, the clips are still going, and don't worry, I got so many that I can feed an entire town with them. All I had to do was not hold accelerate when a counter hit 1. Did I forget how fast Odie is? Am I stupid? It got to the point where if I did get through the start, I was actually astonished with myself. But let's get talking about what's actually hard here. This cave section. You have to fall off at the right angle to make it through. What I usually did is I went to the left of the snowman, because of course this white son of a bitch is obstructing the path. But otherwise, yep, it's happening again. It's happening again. Please, make it stop. Oh god, please. Stop this pain and torment! How in the fuck am I driving on a wall? After the cave section is its own story too. Like a cave story. Wait. Say that again? I am very lucky to not have fallen off in any of my attempts, because the smartasses thought it was a good idea to put boost pads on a ramp. Anyway, the cherry on top of the cake is the skip at the end of the track, where we're launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go! Oh my god, Jerry, we did it! We did it, Jerry! It's working! The blast off was successful! Oh my god, Jerry! I can't believe it! Yeah, you go really far into the air for this one. And yes, it is an official shortcut, because that's where you have to collect one of the puzzle pieces. Oh, you don't know what those are? Play the game for yourself or watch a YouTube video. I don't know, dude. If you clicked on this video and watched it up until this point and expected actual thoughtful commentary where I carefully dissect the gameplay mechanics... Actually, no, never mind. If you thought that anyone would carefully dissect the gameplay mechanics of Garfield Kart, then I think you need to get that checked out. And that's it. To be honest, I'm embarrassed that this took so long, considering that most of my attempts didn't even make it past the start. But 16 minutes later, I beat the developer time. Think about it though. In the entire 16 minutes of attempts, I had 5 runs that made it past lap 1. God, am I good at garfing my cart. Okay, here I just have to somehow don't. Okay. Epic rap battles of history. Ah, there we go. Never mind. Why the fuck did you do that? Yeah, that can happen too. Mad, watch this swag. Mad, watch this swag. Well, Mad, watch this swag. That's it. I did it. Blazing Oasis is a track that I also don't like. Okay, not really, but honestly, it's the most forgettable track in the game for me. Every track is at least memorable for something, while Blazing Oasis is just there, gathering dust, gathering flames. This track is also kinda boring. Like, not only is this the color orange, the track, but there's also no skips, nor is there any part of the track worth talking about. Unlike this pixel here. No, actually, never mind, it's this one. So, guess my surprise when this developer time took me almost the same amount of time as Sneak a Peek. Thankfully, no, I wasn't resetting at the beginning of the track. At least, not as much as in Sneak a Peek. And if you think it was due to my shenanigans, yes, you're right. I was up to my mash shenanigans again. Like, no, seriously. We're almost at the end game, and I still decide it's a good idea to do a blue boost while going for a boost pad. And please, Mash, tell me, how in the f*** did you manage to lick the wall? This was the last lap, by the way. There's also this part here at the end, at the waterfall. You see, if you get a blue boost and continue maintaining it until the boost pad, when you go over the ramp, you'll skip that entire part. And oh my god, if you're not careful, you can be way too fast and lose control.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
Of the cart, or way too slow and hit the death barrier, or be me and panic knowing that you're not gonna make it and swerve to the left, crisscross and ruin the run. Or if that doesn't work for you, you can always cosplay as a Ferris wheel, and yeah, that's it. Besides that skip that saves time, you also have this one where you go off-road. And guess what? I was on the last lap on a really good pace, literally several seconds ahead of the developer time. I did the waterfall skip and was about to boost off-road, but for some reason, it cancelled my boost. Instead of wasting a second by going back to the road, I just decide to restart. This is why the developer time took me 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute faster compared to Sneak a Peek. A track that is actually hard. F*** me. Haha, you suck at the game. Shut the f*** up! Oi, 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 oi. Time loss, but we don't give a swag. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Like I said, this shit can only happen to me and Garfield Kart. Please don't fumble this. Jesus Christ. I have no words. Finally, I'm could have been better, but oh well. PASTACOSI Factory, the last track of Hamburger Cup, and it's my favorite track in the game. Well, it's a tie between this one and another track that appears in the next cup, but I won't tell you. That would ruin the flow and spoil the video. And come on, skipping to the second to last Ice Cream Cup track, that's an epic. Or do it. I don't care, I'm not your mom. Actually, never mind, stay. I need you for good analytics. PASTACOSI Factory is undoubtedly the easiest track in Hamburger Cup. The only official shortcut is this one here, and you need a spring item to get over it. So in time trials, it's literally impossible to do it. Unless you're a speedrunner and have over 800 hours, in which case, what the f***? And besides that, again, like most of the tracks in the game, you don't have branching paths or anything hard in the way. The skips I did use were these. At the start, you can pretend you're a lawnmower and cut grass, along with the last part of the track too. Wow, I thought I was playing Garfield Kart Furious Racing, not Garfield Kart Lawnmower. The actual skip worth mentioning is this one. At the beginning of the track, if you start boosting right around here, you can build a blue boost and use this part of the off-road to skip a good chunk of the factory. Or if you're stupid, me, and forgot you're supposed to go fast, also me, you can also start drifting near the ramp to the factory, and instead of waiting for a blue boost, you can use an orange boost and chain another one so the off-road doesn't slow you down. This track in total took me 5 minutes to beat the developer time. It should have been a first try win, but like with every track in the game, I keep forgetting to not always use a blue boost. It also totally didn't happen again in this area here, where I totally thought it was a good idea to fully boost while turning into a corner. And I learned from my mistakes and I didn't repeat it twice. I mean, surely, third time's a charm. Fourth, god damn it! Also, no, don't ask me what these pink liquids are on the track. Yes, they do slow you down, but your guess is as good as mine. What even can that be? Did someone spill tubby custard? Or is that Arlene's secret sauce? We're in the final stretch now, as we move on to the ice cream cup, the last cup in the game, with the first track being Mysterious Temple. Well, the only mysterious part about this is why I decided it was a good idea to grind Garfield Kart and turn it into a video. Mysterious Temple is a temple. I don't know what else I expected. And the developer time gave me pneumonia. This track can be fun to play, but the fun is determined by the Garfield gods. You're gonna be a slave to the game's physics. You see, how this level works is that most of the track is set inside the temple. I mean, no shit. It wouldn't be called Mysterious, well, Temple! And this part is... oh boy. The same thing happened twice, by the way. That's not even the worst part here. You see, the geniuses who made this track thought it was a good idea to make the section be drops instead of turning it into one big ramp that curves downhill. And there's a good chance when going for the drops to just spin out, land on your head and break your spine. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a drop in the track Mysterious Temple in the game Garfield Kart Furious Race. This is mostly why I restarted so many times, and this is why I lost so many brain cells while playing this. The rest of the track isn't much better. You see, after the drops, you have this section with pillars, which are easy to maneuver if you take your time, but like, I have to be fast and furious. Fast and furious, and that can easily lead you to bonking on the pillars, causing many restarts. Or the game can decide that it doesn't want you to drive forward anymore. Like, this shit can only happen in Garfield Kart. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said that you're a slave to the game's physics in this track for no reason. Take a look at another example. I always go off-road here to cut some time, but in this instance here, the game just... I'm holding right, and this piss yellow dog isn't going right. Apart from many, and I really do mean many restarts that happened because the game just felt like ruining my attempt. Trust me, it's very fun once you experience it. The joke is that it isn't fun. Get it? And of course, I can't go one track without saying me being me. Cause yeah, me being me made beating the developer time take so much longer than it should have. At the beginning of the track, you can take this off-road part here. It's simple, and just like Valley of the Kings, shaves off like 3 picoseconds. So it isn't even worth it. You would think that I learned from my mistakes, but it didn't hurt to try once, or twice, maybe 10 times, or here, where the off-road ate my drift. And I decided to reset because I didn't play up to my maximal potential. I could have beaten the developer time either way, god damn it. Or here, where I experienced a little bit of slowdown and decided to restart, and here where I just fancied restarting for no reason. Yeah, I smoothed my brain with an eraser. Because of all of this, the developer time took me almost half an hour to beat. Off to an amazing start, I tell you that. Chicken jockey. No way, bro. Get yourself now. Dude, for it to be this soft, I'm making so many fucking mistakes. Chicken jockey. Uh-oh. Okay. No, we're good. 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 We're really good, dude. We're okay. We're good. That one's this lap is even worse. Holy shit. You know why it's bad? Because I haven't yelled chicken jockey. Holy fuck. Okay. I can't say that, dude. I have to censor it in post then. And the last thing I want. Okay, I mean I have to censor that too. No way. I'll take it. Eating this energy gig, which tastes like ass. I will never understand. Holy shit, eating energy bars should be its own exercise. Well, shit. This should not have taken 26 minutes. I mean, I guess it's justifiable since I hate Mystery Temple. I'm a little bit scared, honestly. Garfield hasn't appeared in a good while. And I'm starting to envision lasagna. I think that blow in the book actually got him. I'm a little bit skeptical, but I think I just need to calm down. Anyway, Prohibited Sight is a track that I'm quite fond of. It's a little bit finicky to play, but thank God it's not Mysterious Temple worthy of finicky. And to be honest, I have no clue how to talk about this track. I wouldn't like to say that it's finicky because at this part your card can do that. I'm telling you, this shit can only happen in Garfield Kart. But like, this track is quite simple. It's not as annoying as Mysterious Temple, and it, again, doesn't really have any official shortcuts. All you can do here really is build boost at this ramp here, and by dropping down into the dirt, you can skip a good chunk of the track. And you would think that this will be hard, but like, you see this. This is actually the only time I fucked up the skip. Check it, I can do it without any problems, and you can use an orange boost if you screw up the setup. But the rest of the fails, I honestly don't know what to say. While going over the footage, I have no idea if all of these resets were because of the game's wonky physics, me forgetting not to blue boost every single time, or if I was just genuinely doing something wrong. And this time I'm being serious. I can't believe Garfield Kart gave me an existential crisis. Okay, to be real, of course some mistakes were because of me being stupid. Like, what did I even think was gonna happen? I needed an entire thesaurus to decipher what my brain was thinking. And of course, the classical case of, guess why I just reset? I have no idea. But yeah, besides that, I don't have anything interesting to say about the strategy nor the track. Like, besides that skip, I just drove forward. I didn't do anything fancy. Although, I do have to say that the metal pipes look very edible. I bet it goes well with a side of screws. Oh, and because of the mistakes, I beat the developer time in 15 minutes. Yeah, it is a short period, but those 15 minutes felt like 15 years, I swear to God. This shit. Okay. Actually, no. Yes. Alright, cool. Only if. Only if. Are you f***ing serious? Okay, dude. Alright. That's how it's supposed to look like. Jesus Christ. This is the track that I said was a contender to be my favorite one in the game. I really adore CASKOU Park. The track is nothing special. It is the shortest one in the ice cream cup, but I like the design. You might think the start will be hard because, wow, look at all these ramps. So many choices that all lead to the same exit. But no, we just go to the left because not only is that the easiest path, but there's a boost pad too. After that, just continue to the other boost pads here. Yes, this is faster than if you go normally. The rest is, like I said, not that interesting to talk about. Besides, at the near end, you see, if you align yourself correctly and build a blue drift, you can just skip half of the track. It's both hilarious and impressive. You're probably asking yourself why I'm talking about the track in such detail, and that's because I am artificially increasing the length of this part. I beat the developer time in 3 minutes. Yeah, the only mistakes I made were this one at the start, because again, this game has the best physics in mankind. I wanted to cosplay a lawnmower one more time, and I decided to give Odie a concussion, paralyze him, and make recovery essentially impossible. Poor Odie, dude. I think he suffered more trauma than I did. And yeah, that's it. What more do you want from me, dude? Shoo! Go on to the funny attempt moments. Hey, this is editing Mashtempo. My brother in Christ, what funny attempt moments. The footage is 3 minutes long. Am I stupid? Did I really think I was gonna do highlights for tracks that took me under 5 attempts? This is it, Garfield Karters, the final track, and therefore the final developer time in the game, Loopy Lagoon. This is the Rainbow Road equivalent to Garfield Kart. I can't believe that actual sentence came from my mouth. And therefore is the hardest track in the game. Yes, I know, crazy shit. The last track in the game is also the hardest, but honestly, with Garfield Kart standards, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if the last track was like Baby Park or some shit. Anyway, 95% of the track doesn't have barriers. And on top of that, the track was designed by a person who has Parkinson's while having a stroke. You will be falling for most of the time if you're not careful. Combine the fact that this is also the longest track in the game, and you'll be acting like that one guy that screams at children in a children's third-person shooter. And how did the developer time go? Well, actually, it was quite... Oh, that must have been a fluke or something. I mean, there's no way I'm that slow on the first lap. I was slower this time. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Why? Why? Why must I be tormented to such extremes? What did I ever do to deserve this? Please tell me. I never meant anything bad to anyone. Please tell me what to do to fix my mistakes. Do you want, churro? Out of all 16 tracks in the game, this was the last one I expected to give me trouble. Yes, I am aware that I just explained to you why it was hard, but I know the skips in this track very well. Oh, don't you worry, I'm gonna talk about them. Just give me a minute to cope and see even more than. But it looks like I was wrong. I gave this track a good 30 minutes of my time, more than any other track in the game, and was just going nowhere with it. Well, technically I was going forward since I am in a vehicle. So I decided to take a break and script the CATZ wanted video. That alone should set alarms in your system because I started scripting the video in early April, and now it's June. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this track gave me enough pain and torment that made me take a month-long break. First off, if you play the track normally, you won't be able to beat the developer time. There are no official shortcuts in this track. There are no official shortcuts in this track, even with this skip here, where if you keep your boost and release it around this part here, you'll be able to jump over this fence. You'll be slow, not by milliseconds or something, but in straight up seconds. Even if you drive on this track perfectly, make no mistakes, you'll be several seconds behind the developer time. Who is this person and can't get whatever they're smoking? And don't even get me started on the mistakes I made. Like I said, I thought I was good at this track until I tried beating the developer time. I have so many clips of me being a complete bellend that I can make an entire movie out of it. It's like a director's cut of fatal car crashes. I was genuinely going crazy that I had enough of Optiody and just switched to the loadout I use in multiplayer. And yes, you guessed it, that also didn't help at all. Somehow it made it worse. Loopy Lagoon's developer time should be a CIA torture method. I even stooped so low that I chose to play as normal. This is how low we are stooping, boys. We're basically at normal's height. But the answer to beating the developer time was right in front of me. Literally. I had to hit this part of the cliff here. Okay, that was a bad example since I backflipped to my death. But what you have to do is hit it at a specific angle so you don't fall and die. The only reason I didn't attempt this earlier is because I didn't know the angle and every time used luck to make it. Which, as you can guess, ended really great. So it was time to put my big boy pants on, like 2XL, and try to beat Loopy Lagoon's developer time. fucking go, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. After 1.5 hours later, I beat Loopy Lagoon's developer time, and officially beat every single developer time in Garfield Kart Furious Racing. Oh what? You were expecting random attempt moments? What? You want me to rewatch 1 hour and 30 minutes worth of footage? I might be insane, but I'm not that crazy. On a real note, this challenge was very fun. As someone who invested so much time into this stupid ass game, learning to play an entirely new loadout that controls way different was such a great time. There were times where I just wanted to eat my controller, yeah, but I was so committed because I, as an official Garfield Kart gamer, trademark, don't steal please, just had to be the developer times. It was basically the final boss of the game for me. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this gauntlet. I know this is different from my usual retro achievement stuff, but I wanted to experiment with more in-game challenges. Don't worry, RA will still be my main type of content, but sometimes you can get burnt out from constantly playing Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry games. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have a buck to spare, how about donating to my coffee? I need the money to get Garfield Kart 2, please. Also, if you want to see more frequent updates, follow me on my blue... Sup fuckers, did you miss me? Yeah, from now on I will take over the channel, and I'll be renaming it to Mashtempo. Hope you like weekly Garfield content. Make sure to subscribe, as next week we're doing an experiment, where I try to see how long I can torture Odie until it violates the Geneva Convention. Bye!